Hi, welcome to TTW channel. I am Jones.
I am Jen.
Today we're going to see Finland and Sweden join NATO. Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan has started off against allowing Sweden and Finland to hitch NATO, golf shot the two Nordic countries' hopes of connection the Western military alliance and hazard. In a move that may undermine Turkey's efforts to strengthen ties with the US and Europe among the wake of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Erdogan, whose country has been a NATO member since 1952, on Friday aforementioned he could not take a positive view of the two nations' potential bids for membership. The obstacle was their support for the Kurdistan Workers' Party, that has waged a decades-long armed rising against the Turkish state, he said. It's classified as a terrorist organization by capital, the US and thus the EU. Turkey's president in addition named a far-left extremist group. Scandinavian countries are like some quiet guest house for terrorist organizations, Erdogan told reporters, pertaining to the Nordic countries. They area unit even in parliament. Some Swedish officers and MPs are disturbed that Turkey could cause the foremost dangerous opposition to an attainable NATO bid that looks to be backed by most of the alliance's various 29 members, but wants unanimous support. The lots of Kurds in European countries, there are heaps of MPs with Kurdish backgrounds. European countries has been active on the Kurdish issue. I'm said there could also be a backlash, one senior Swedish official said earlier this month. Finland and Swedish diplomats are crossing Europe and thus the Atlantic to truckle with NATO members, whose approval is very important for them to become members. German Minister Annalena Baerbock aforementioned on Sabatum that Sweden and Finland were strong countries in terms of their defense capabilities, and for that reason alone their contribution would build NATO stronger. Sweden and Finland are stable democracies that have lived in peace with all their neighbors for several years, she said. That reason every democratic country to be delighted that democracies with strong defense capabilities would throughout this way build our defense alliance stronger. Russia has vulnerable serious military and political consequences if either country joins NATO, and on weekday aforementioned it'd suspend electricity exports to Finland as a result of it had not been paid. Ann Linde, Sweden's minister, told Swedish radio on weekday that Turkey could also be creating an endeavor to use the membership push to attain one factor it required. Not least that the approval could also be used for domestic politics. He added. Pekka Haavisto, Finland's minister, urged patience, saying, "You can expect everything inside the appliance technique. Let's take issues step by step." Some Finnish officers aforementioned Turkey's problems looked as if it would be mainly with Sweden, that their own discussions with capital had been positive. Finnish officers have targeted considerably on European nation, that they feared could get concessions to approve their membership. Finland's President Sauli Niinisto shared this Erdogan on April 4th, describing the decision as positive on Twitter. Turkey supports Finland's objectives. Niinisto on weekday night aforementioned he and Sweden's Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson had spoken with American President Joe Biden. NATO officers have aforementioned they expect Finland and Sweden to become formal invitees at intervals a few weeks, but that it's going to take 6 to 12 months for all 30 existing members to validate their applications. Finland's government will meet on Sunday with President Niinisto set to finish the country's application. On the identical day, Sweden's ruling Social Democrats will build their position proverbial before an announcement by the government next week. The countries could favor to send their applications to NATO place along next week throughout a state visit of Niinisto to national capital.